I am Priyadarshini Karve. I am the director of Samuchit Envirotech, a social enterprise based in Pune and working with the motto Enabling Sustainability. I am also currently the national convener of Indian Network on Ethics and Climate Change, or INEC. Our motto is People's Voices in Policy Choices. This is the first episode of the series. Let's try some thought experiments. Links to the other episodes will be added in the description as and when new videos are made. Thanks to COVID-19, we are all currently experiencing some aspects of being stranded in one location. We have restrictions on leaving our houses. The supply chains of food as well as cooking energy, mainly LPG cylinders, kerosene, etc., are facing some challenges. However, most of us have electricity, water supply, sanitation services, communication services, at least calls if not internet, mostly operating without major hindrances. The lockdown will eventually be lifted and we will emerge as survivors of a global crisis. However, this is just the first global crisis of this century. Due to a number of global disasters reaching a critical stage, we need to brace ourselves for facing many such or even more severe disasters. Consider this: the way we have encroached upon various ecosystems, whether we like it or not, our contact with wild species has increased. The COVID-19 pandemic has focused attention on the dangers of eating wild and exotic species. But in the case of India and many other developing countries, even if we are not eating such species, many such species are now living in the same buildings that we live and work in. This is because we have expanded our cities into their natural habitats. So the chances for animal viruses jumping to humans are much higher in this century, irrespective of our eating habits. In addition, a number of vector-borne diseases like malaria are also spreading in new geographical areas due to climate change. So in general, this century will see more epidemics and pandemics, and in many cases, we will find ourselves under some kind of a lockdown. Over and above this, because of climate change, there is now a greater and more widespread risk of other disasters like cyclones, forest fires, floods, heat waves, etc. In many such cases too, we may find ourselves stranded in one location. In the worst case scenario, in the face of such disasters, we will also be without access to clean water and sanitation, electricity, LPG, food supplies, means of communication, etc. So since we are facing some of the disadvantages of confinement and are also experiencing the mental and psychological stresses associated with confinement and an uncertain future, let's try some thought experiments to see if the actual experience helps us find some solutions for the future. Here are the steps to follow. Let's note down what are the systems that are failing and reducing the quality of life for us and for others during this lockdown. Let's also imagine what other hardships may befall us in the face of different types of disasters that are likely to hit our respective geographical locations. And then let's visualize and map what systems need to be in place to avoid each of these identified issues. What policy changes, business models, advocacy, financial outlay, etc. is likely to be required to create such systems. I have been doing some thinking within the framework of a sustainable and climate-friendly future and will share my thoughts over the next few days. I should clarify though, what do I mean by sustainability and climate friendliness? Many people tend to equate sustainability with protecting the environment. In reality, sustainability is a very human-centered concept. focused on sustaining humanity within the limits of our planet. So yes, conservation of the environmental resources is a big part of sustainability, but not by sacrificing human welfare. The focus is on conserving the resources so that everyone in the present as well as future generations can access them and benefit from them equally. Climate friendliness is typically equated with reducing carbon emissions. But it is not just about lowering emissions to slow down global warming, but it is also about adapting to the climate change that has already happened and building resilience against the major impacts that are happening and will continue to come. It is high time we acknowledge that we have changed the Earth's climate irreversibly and learn to deal with this while ensuring that future change is minimized. Please note that I do not have full-fledged solutions with implementation plans and budgets and all that. I just have a few maybe half-baked ideas that come from my strong belief that sustainable, equitable and climate-friendly human civilization is possible. I am also aware that often for complex issues, there are no one-size-fits-all type of solutions. There will be many good ideas out there and all can coexist and serve humanity. And finally, maybe some of the things that I am thinking of will be impractical or have unintended consequences that I may not have thought about. But this is a journey of exploration for me. I hope that the comments and suggestions will also come in the same spirit of collectively searching for the right path forward rather than confrontation. Do join me on this exploratory journey and share your thoughts too through comments. Thank you.